I left my lizards outside on the coldest day of the year, and no, that wasn't a mistake. If you know anything about reptiles, then you know that the cold is bad for them, right? Except it's not all bad. Like, there's limits, but for a species like my glass lizards here, cold is a requirement. These are European glass lizards, also called European legless lizards, or Sheltopusics. I call them sheltos, and in the wild they experience real winters, not artificial year-round warmth. They go into a state known as brumation, which, while similar to hibernation, is not quite the same thing. Hibernation is a prolonged period of sleep. It's like putting your laptop into standby mode. It uses a little bit of power, but it's not doing anything. Brumation is more like battery saver mode, and it occurs in ectothermic animals like reptiles and amphibians. They're still awake, but their metabolism and heart rate and respiration have all slowed way down to conserve energy. When prepared correctly, winter exposure isn't neglect for this species, it's a necessary part of their natural cycle. For Sheltopusics, a brumation is closely tied to breeding behavior. Skipping this step often means healthy animals that simply will not reproduce. This decision wasn't spontaneous, this was the result of weeks of research and preparation. From studying wild climate patterns, comparing my own climate, identifying contingencies, and ensuring that the enclosure could buffer temperature extremes, a lot of planning went into doing this. Temperatures didn't drop suddenly, rather they were allowed to drop naturally as the season shifted. Working from home gives me the benefit of being able to closely monitor temperatures and other conditions. Using Govee's thermohygrometer and Wise cameras like the Duo Pan, I can link those in the description and comments. Weather tracking is also a bit of a hobby for me, so I'm usually aware in advance of pattern shifts and can make any adjustments well in advance. Like I said before, this wasn't done without contingencies. There has been a plan in place for any scenario that conditions may move beyond safe limits. Winter doesn't mean nothing is happening, everything is just slowing down, as it should. It's also just getting started. I'm making this video in December, so there is still a ways to go on this journey. As the season progresses and spring arrives and warms things back up, these guys will emerge from brumation and their natural behaviors will emerge with them. This approach is species-specific, setup-dependent, and preparation-heavy. This isn't something you decide to copy blindly, but when done correctly, it respects the biology of the animal. Stillness doesn't always mean something is wrong. Sometimes it means everything's working.